Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank the gentleman for yielding. I rise in support of the Republican alternative to H.R. 1 and ask unanimous consent to revise and extend my remarks.
Without objection.
Mr. Speaker, our nation is in recession, and millions of American families are hurting. Many have lost their jobs. Many now worry that they'll be next. And it is absolutely right that this Congress is taking decisive action in the early days of 2009. But the bill that House Democrats have brought to the floor is not about stimulating the economy. The only thing this Democrat bill will stimulate is more government and more debt. Under the guise of stimulus, House Democrats have brought a partisan bill to the floor. It's merely a wish list of long-standing liberal Democrat priorities that have little to do with putting our economy back on its feet. Millions of Americans are asking today, what does $50 million to the National Endowment for the Arts have to do with creating jobs? What does $400 million for climate change research going to do to put people back to work in Indiana? And what does $335 million for sexually transmitted disease education going to do to get this country working again? Most House Republicans will oppose this bill tonight for one reason: it won't work. More big government spending on liberal programs won't cure what ails the American economy. House Republicans have a better solution: fast-acting tax relief for working families, small businesses, and family farms. According to analysis and economic models used by President Obama's top economic advisors, when applied to our plan, we come with one conclusion: twice the jobs, half the cost with the Republican alternative. Now, Democrats also said that we're going to pass temporary and targeted stimulus legislation. But as I close, let me remind the American people and anyone gathered here, Mr. Speaker, what we keep hearing from the Speaker of the House that I greatly respect to other colleagues that have come to the floor. We have heard that this bill is about, quote, taking America in a new direction. Well, I say with great respect, Mr. Speaker, I thought this was about creating jobs. This long litany, $136 billion in program spending, is simply about trying to reorder the budget priorities according to the whims of a Democrat majority. What we ought to be doing is coming together across this middle aisle, across the partisan divide, as our new president has challenged us to do. Bring the best ideas, the best minds, the best solutions. This Republican alternative is such a solution. I urge its support and yield back.
The gentleman yields back the balance of his time. The gentleman from Massachusetts.